Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's kind of a project, well it is because I'm going to show you how to make this, but I really wanted to show off our amazing wired ribbon. I kind of thought I've got the entire catalogue to show you because it goes live today. Hello. It's a go live day. It's gorgeous. That means I can show you the inside of the catalogue, but it's amazing. And I had the entire thing that I could show you, and I decided to show you a ribbon, but there is a really good reason for that. I had planned to show you all of the designer series papers in detail, and I realised, and when I was putting them away, I thought, I'm sure there's meant to be more designer series papers than I've got. I don't think I've got enough. And then realised I'd completely forgotten to order this one. And I'm filming this, well, put it this way, I'm filming this in advance, not massively far in advance, but by the time this paper arrives, it's probably today, because I'm I was very behind with all my ordering. But anyway, I wanted to show you everything. So that had been my plan, and I thought I could have gone with all sorts of stuff, but I do have Poodle's Advent Countdown is starting very, very soon. But this ribbon is gorgeous. It's from this sweet here, Merry Little Christmas. Now this is a 2-page spread. It's huge and I can't get it all on camera. Absolutely gorgeous. It's all about the green and the black. And there you go, those are all of the products. There's 2 designer series papers. There's this one that I showed you on Monday. There's this one, which is absolutely stunning. It's Old Olive is the green that's within it. So this one's black and white. This one is black, white and Old Olive. And then all sorts of bits and stuff to go with it. So the mini ornaments I showed you the other day, those are there. We've got these lovely, I wonder if I could reach them. Oh, I can. These little mini trees, I want to call them, green sprigs they're called. I do have something I want to experiment with these. New Punch, woohoo, love the New Punch. Jute Twine, I'm sure we've had something similar before. And this has been out for a while. This is the bundle that we launched at the beginning of August that you could pre-order early. There is a bundle here, or you could buy the bits separately. Punch and matching stamps, gorgeous. Acetate boxes and 12 by 12 cardstock up here. This is Old Olive and craft cardstock. Now we retired our craft cardstock back in, when did we retire? End of May. Actually we retired it in the beginning of April and it went very, very quickly. But it's just gorgeous. But there's this ribbon and it's wired ribbon, which you can't see from there. It does say basic black wired ribbon, but it doesn't make it hugely clear. So I have got a wired ribbon decoration for you. And many years ago, I used to make enormous swags and bows that I used to sell. And they were great big swags that you would put on top of your mantelpiece with huge wired ribbon bows, and much wider than this. But I've taken the same principle and applied it to this. Now, I did have a tool, it's called a Bowdabra. Don't know that you can actually buy them anymore. And I use that to manipulate and make my bows. And I'm going to show you how to do it using a punch. Because if I show you the essence of what you're doing without a punch, you will find it a little bit hard to do. And what you're doing is, because it's striped and it's only patterned one side, you can't go backwards and forwards like that, because you'll end up with one half of your bow the right colour, the other half of your bow would be inside out. And yes, you can twist it, which is actually what I'm going to do. So you fold it and twist it in the middle. So you've got an inside out bit, come back on yourself and twist it, and you keep doing that. So that is the essence of what I will be doing. And I'm just going to grab hold of this so you end up with the right side showing on both sides. But it becomes, and I tried to do this numerous times just by hand, when you're tying it in a knot and you're trying to get your lengths and your widths, where you have to put a piece of string around it, which I will do, yeah, I ended up throwing it everywhere. So I'm popping my punch open and standing it, and I am simply going to use this to hold my ribbon in place. So grab your length. You kind of need to start with it on the reel. and start with it the wrong way up. So I've got, that's the wrong side, that's the right side, it's brighter on the right side. So left to right I find the most easy. Over, twist, stick in there. Technical, isn't it? And because it's wired, you can bend it about. So come back, just eyeball to make sure you're about the same, twist in the middle, stick it in there just to hold it in place. And then I would say make it very slightly smaller this time round. So that looks a bit smaller, and stick it in. Like I say, it's so technical. Twist and stick. And so that is literally all my punches for. And I'm going to have a couple more. So literally my punch is holder. That's all it is. And I'll have one more. And this one I can finish the right way around. I'm so going to get through loads of ribbon. But these things last, a wired ribbon will last forever. Now I was making mine 14 years ago when Jack, my eldest, was a baby. Yes, I've got both ends off the same side. It will make sense shortly. And my mum still brings a couple of mine out every year at Christmas time that I made. Black and silver. Big bows on this sort of swag thing. I'll see if she's got some photos for me. Right, I grabbed a bit of black baker's twine, folded it in half, and what I'm going to do is put my ribbon bow on there, bring up those two bits, feed them through so that it's going to go like that. And it will, I don't know what that knot is called, but it will hold it tight. Okay. Pull the whole lot out of your punch. And all my twists are nicely there in the middle. I can see them. I can see them. I'm not sure how well you can, but all my twists are in the middle. So I'm just using that to pull tight. This is going to be a much bigger bow than that one. So you can make it bigger or smaller. Use a smaller punch if you want a smaller bow. Okay, and so I've got two tails going off in that direction, but it's bendy ribbon. You bend it and you can twist it and you can manipulate it and you can have all the fun in the world. And like I say, 14 years my mum's had the ones that I made her. They have been stuffed in boxes, they've been brought out, squished, and I come along and I fluff them. She brings them out and I come along and fiddle around with them and fluff them up, ready for her. Oh, I did make that one quite big, didn't I? And you just keep bending until you've got a pretty shaped bow, which that isn't particularly a pretty shaped bow, but because it's wired, you can manipulate it and bend it all about. How fabulous is that? Now in the catalogue, I put an ornament on that one. I forgot to put that one on there. In the catalogue, they have got, where is it? Yes, that one's it's just a bow tied. It just looks like a bow, but they have got this great big fluffed up one here on the top. That's how you do it. That kind of a way, just manipulating and fiddling around. And you can stick that on top, but actually that would look rather lovely, maybe on a wreath. You could have a wreath and you have one of those at the bottom, because obviously it's quite flat on the back. You could make it fluffier. This one's bigger and better for that, so this would be great on top of a parcel, just sitting up on top. You could hang it, you could just have it on a door, you could have little bits down, you could have it on a tree, all sorts of things. So don't overlook this ribbon. There's loads to not overlook. There's loads and loads and loads in it. But as soon as I saw that, and I got the privilege of seeing this very early on the incentive trip, because they launched the winter catalogue to us, and I went, oh, it's wired ribbon! And proceeded to make a miniature version of this with the sample ribbon that we could play with while we were there. But like I say, you would overlook that and just think it's black and white stripy ribbon, which to be fair is lovely. Yeah, there's no problem with that. I haven't fiddled to see if you can rip the wire out of this. You can, I'm pushing. So if you want it just as a ribbon, you'd probably need a little miniature pair of pliers or something. But yeah, I've just managed to poke that wire out, and you should be able to strip it out of the edges, and then it would just be a floppy ribbon. But brilliant. And the best thing is, if you mess it up, you just come along, snip off your baker's twine, and there's nothing wrong with that bit of ribbon. And you can start again. Love it. Anyway, happy new catalogue day, everybody. Hope you're having fun. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.